to Ventura College basketball on the BC Sports Network. Tonight, the Pirates return to action, taking on the Santa Barbara City College Vaqueros. It's a men's and women's doubleheader. Proud to bring it to you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the BC Sports Network as we take a quick peek at the current standings on the men's side. It's a red-hot Ventura College squad, winners of 13 straight, holding steady at number 4 in the South with a record now of 21-3 and a 2-game cushion atop that Western State North. They are on their way, certainly, to not just a postseason berth, but a high seeding one would expect, but they've still got to take care of business against the Santa Barbara team that comes in with a record of 13-11 on the season. 3 wins against 5 losses in conference play, and coming off a win in their last outing against Oxnard. That was a 71-66 win at home to move them 2 games over 500. Getting set to go. Go over the starting lineups for you quickly for Santa Barbara. Saul Anaya, Jack Berry, Dante Calhoun, James Reach, and Dominic Bonafide in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, for the Pirates, they will counter with Baron Bellamy, to be followed by Cameron Cigar, Jeremiah Smith, Kevin Anikbogu, and Snooky Wigington. Happy you've joined us. The Pirates in the home whites, getting set to go, taking on the Vaqueros. A program on the rise themselves, having bested their win total each of the last few years, and indeed, the 13 wins they already have on the board this year is their highest total since 2009. So in their second year under Devin Ingridson, this is a program on the rise on a Western State North Conference that seems to only get tougher as the years go by. Quick turnover. Pirates with a chance. Here's a steal from Anaya. Wigington lost it. It's still loose. Still in the air, but it's Snooki that comes out of it, tries to hook a pass outside. And now it's batted around and stolen by Anaya. 3-on-2 as they run the floor. Bonafide back outside. Anaya will launch for 3. Rims high, no good. Anikbogu has the rebound. First touch for Cigar. Jump stop outside. Wigington thought about a 3. Instead looking for Anikbogu, but that is broken up. A couple of turnovers early for the Pirates. They ran the win streak to 13 with a 5-point win at Moore Park on Wednesday night. To Bonafide. Shot clock at 9. Berry, leading scorer, now goes to work on Smith to the turnaround. Has to adjust that shot. Great defense by Jeremiah Smith. And no chance for Berry on his first shot. Still scoreless, just underway. Continue to pressure Wigington. On to Cigar. Bellamy puts it on the floor. Shot clock down to 10. Cigar will back it out. Still dancing. Looking for Anikbogu on the pick and roll and a 3-point opportunity. Boy, that is tremendous execution. With the shot clock winding down, but no panic. As Cigar and Anikbogu working. The pick and roll. Misses on the free throw, but a 2-0 lead for the Pirates. James Reach. Clear out against Anikbogu. Back to Berry. Reach will try for 3 and hit. Heroes come back to take the lead. Smith trying to answer back on Reach to the basket and a foul. Another 3-point opportunity. Smith will head to the line. Watch here as Smith takes it right at reach. So difficult to keep from the front of the rim. Does complete the three-point play. The Pirates with the 5-point lead. Pirate offense humming on this win streak. Up over 90 points a game in this 13-game win streak. Driving to the basket and finishing at the rim. First points for Calhoun. Ties it at 5. Hanging in the air. Smith tipped up and in by Belton. 7-5. Pirates back on top. Santa Barbara as a team, not nearly the same pace offensively. That last win against Oxnard, 71-66, and that's right about where you can be sure they'd love to see the score here tonight. Easier said than done. In the first matchup between the two teams back on January 14th, the Pirates pulled away for a 93-74 win in Santa Barbara. So up over 90. High Arthur is good. Tied at 7. Joseph Ursich off the bench and into the scorebook. In that win at Oxnard, or I should say at home against Oxnard, the Vaqueros played 13 players. So unlike some teams that we see here, this is not a short bench for Coach Devin Egbertson. And he will utilize that long bench.
Get your hands off.
Wigington. After the foul called on James Reach was his first. Back outside to Cigar. Snooki on the drive, little stutter step, lobs for Anik Bogu for the dunk. Anik Bogu once again finishing at the rim. On the pretty dish from Snooki Wigington. 9-7. Wigington still among the leaders in the entire state at 7.5 assists a game. That's good enough for tied for second. Even though, as of late, Snooki's been really picking up the scoring alongside Smith for this high-powered offense. Wigington pulls up for 3, bang! 12-7. Devin Egbertson gonna take a timeout. 15:23 remaining in the opening half of the Pirates. The 12-7 lead on the BC Sports Network. Working the length of the court. Pirates will set up the full court pressure. Calhoun, Reach, Anaya, Berry, and Bonifetti on the floor for the Vaqueros. Berry still scoreless in the early going. And instead, it's Calhoun who will pull up for 3. Threes early. They'll call that a long 2. 12-9. Vaqueros shooting well from long range, and they'll need to tonight. Pretty from Cigar. 14-9. As Cigar goes one-on-one. Give the Pirates the 5-point lead. it down low. Shot in close and a foul called. Gonna send Barry to the line.
Personal foul marks for one.
It'll be the first on Bellamy. One more coming.
Go on the wagon. We gotta get under here.
Barry, who shoots 63% from the line. Leading scorer and rebounder, in and out. Second. Bellamy fouled in the backcourt. That is going to be the 15th foul on Santa Barbara. Still 14-19 remaining in the first half. Well, among the things that you need to go right, Santa Barbara certainly don't want to get into the penalty early. You can certainly get to the line. Cigar pulls up right in the lane. That is pretty. From Cigar. 16-10, the Pirates with their largest lead at 6. Shorting outside. Fires, rimming no. Cigar snaps down the board. Smith jets into the front court. Wilson's checked on. Bogu waiting at the rim. Up and in. 18-10. And Bogu running the floor. And the guy's doing a good job finding him. Meanwhile, beating the trap. It's Barry. Leaves it up and in. After a 6-point game. Smith hangs, fires, no good. Rebound. Tapped out to Calhoun. Bursic will try for 3, no good. Wilson has the rebound. Bellamy. Bogu in the lane, forces it up, no good. The foul call. It's a tough break for the Vaqueros as Bogu leaning hard and maybe a little out of control. Gonna have a hard time putting that one up and in, even in close. But instead, gets in line. Let's watch one more time as it'll come at you. Now, blocked out just slightly. Calhoun picks up the foul. It's his second. Bogu at the line, first free throw, it's short. 6 points early for Bogu. One more free throw. 19-12. Jesse Ibarra in the backcourt. Pressure from Dabe Princeton, who's checked in as well. Ramon Cota has checked on as well for the Vaqueros.
Other side.
Screen for Ibarra. Shot clock at 9. Cota dancing. Now goes to work on Wigginton with the crossover to the left hand. Good and a foul. Ramon Cota. Able to get to the basket with the shot clock winding down. As they clear out. Crossover, gets a step, well push from Wigginton. First foul on Stokey Wigginton. 19-14, Vaqueros hanging around, down 5. Smith will try to answer. Strong, Ibarra I should say Coda there for the rebound. Big edge for the Pirates on the boards in this matchup. Pirates out-rebounding their opponents by 8.5 a game. Meanwhile, the Vaqueros have been out-rebounded as a team. A little over 4 rebounds a game for the season. Figure the Pirates to have an advantage. Coda. Outside, shot clock down to 3. Ibarra tried to thread one through. Wigington running the floor, looking to go coast to coast. The scoop is good. How about the finish from Snooki Wigington? 21-14. Well, if you didn't know any better, you'd think maybe Wigington was a little out of control on that drive. But not judging by the results. Managed to get that one up and in. Coda open for 3, but won't go. The rebound batted up, blocked by Tong. Tong moves on for the Pirates. Wilson running the floor, leaves it for Princewell, who lays it in. Pretty dish from Wilson, and a 9-point lead for the Pirates. 11:03 remaining in the first half. Moments ago, Vaqueros back within 5. The defense leading to offense for the Pirates. Quick 4-point run and a 9-point lead. This represents their largest lead here in the first half. Pressure from Princewell, and he picks up the foul. Nearly had the steal on Chase Kardash, who's checked in. That's exactly what Dabe Princewell is going to bring. We've seen that all season. He is the guy they bring off the bench to completely change the dynamic, and the Pirates are already a team that's going to bring some pressure. Dabe seems to take it to another level when he comes on. Shot clock at 7. And a whistle off the ball. This is going to go on reach, I believe. No, it's on Bonafide. It'll be his second. So the offensive foul gives it back to the Pirates. Pirates right about the pace. They would like Wigington going to work on Coda to the basket and lays it in. And Snooki answering back on a couple of occasions after Coda was able to beat him on a drive a couple of minutes back. Pass batted away and stolen. The Pirates with another turnover. Princewell comes up with it into the lane to the scoop. No good. Rebound on the floor. Vaqueros have it. Coda looking for some help, picked up by Elijah Brown, who's on for the Pirates. Now to Barry. Barry with just 3 points so far in the first half. Reach, 1 of 3. Vaqueros averaging in double figures. Wigington has the steal. It's a 3-on-1. Snooki leaves it for Tong, who will throw it down. Tong running the floor. After we saw Anik Bogut getting out on the break. 27-14, the Pirate lead swells to 13. Coda on the Bonafide screen. Down low, that is a good touch pass. Bonafide gets the layup. 27-16, good execution in the half court from the Vaqueros. Wigington and step back three. Karam's off to Kardash. Snooki has that three-point percentage up to 40% on the season. Right along with Cameron Cigar for a Pirate team that shoots the ball very well from three-point range. In the top 10 in the state at 36% as a team. Berry driving the lane. Tong gets there late. Three-point play for the Vaqueros if Berry can go to the line and complete it. Take you back as they get ready at the line, and Prince will maybe losing sight of Berry, but you see Tong trying to recover. And even at 7 feet, not enough length to get back. As Berry will head to the line. I don't know, what's the call here? Let's correct the score very quickly. So they're going to call that a flagrant one on Tong Tong. And one more look here. There was some contact up around Berry's head. I don't think there's any question but that it was accidental. Certainly for Tong, who was going for the ball. Hence the flagrant one as Berry misses the first free throw. Let's watch one more time. We'll see here as Tong coming back at, yeah, they go for the ball. The elbow comes through, and that's a lot of contact. I think that's a good call. Perhaps Berry, with his bell rung ever so slightly, or still ringing, did miss the free throw. 8-point lead. Meanwhile, first appearance from Mason Thomas for the Vaqueros, along with Finn Whips, the returning sophomore, too strong on the three. Bellamy back on for the Pirates, weaves into the front court, travel. Trying to hold up. 8:07 remaining in the first half. And all of a sudden, a chance developing for the Vaqueros, who were down 13 moments ago, now have it down to 8. Bryson Matthews at the controls, on for the Vaqueros as well. Thomas. Matthews into the lane, pumps, now finds Whips, and gets the roll. Finn Whips with the finish. 6-point game. Bellamy open for three. It's Wilson who will knock it down. That ends the Vaquero run after they crept back within 6. 30-21. Soft shot in the lane goes for Thomas. 30-23. Adegbogu running the floor. Gets the roll. 32-23. 9-point lead for the Pirates. Matthews open for three. It's good. 32-26, and it's the Pirates who will burn a timeout. 30-second timeout, 6:47 remaining in the first half, and the Pirate lead is 6 on the BC Sports Network. Pirates have shot the ball well. Seem to have the pace they want, but also having just a little trouble maintaining separation here on the Vaqueros, who are back within 6. Both teams shooting the ball well. The Pirates shooting 74% from the floor, 58% for the Vaqueros. But how do you like it? 74% shooting in the first half, and you're only up 6. Hence, Derek Pugh wanted to talk it over. Smith into the lane, and the soft touch for Jeremiah Smith, 34-26. 8-point lead for the Pirates as the hot shooting continues. Calhoun back on Matthews. Dancing on the dribble, back out to Calhoun. Shot clock at 1. Calhoun hanging in the air. Gets his own rebound. Good pass down low. Barry, the recipient of the dime. He's up to 7 in the game, 34-28. Wilson will drive for 3. He hit from that spot moments ago. 37-28. Where might the Pirates be? Not the hot shooting in the first half. They lead it by 9. Thomas, a drive on Bella. Calhoun to the fadeaway. That is pretty. Dante Calhoun out of Oak Park. And on the other end, the finish for Cameron Cigar, 39-30. Matthews got away with a push, running the floor. Layup won't go. Wilson has the rebound. Wigington hooks a pass for Smith. And Smith with a 3-point opportunity. Jeremiah Smith with the acrobatic finish at the rim. It's Wigington pushing the pace. Foul gonna go on Finn Whips. His first. And Jeremiah Smith heads to the line. He's got 7, now 8 in the game. Pirate lead is 12. Nearly had the trap on Matthews. Manages to keep it and find Calhoun. Calhoun drives the lane, left it for Whips. Back outside, Thomas's 3. Karams off to Smith. Smith with a head of steam. Into the lane, to the fadeaway. 3-point opportunity again for Jeremiah Smith. Well, I'll tell you, Jeremiah Smith in the open floor. I mean, it puts you in mind of the likes of Barkley and Karl Malone back in the day. I mean, you don't want to get in front of that. And Jeremiah, 6'5", 215. He's got a little ways to go to get to those guys, but I've been watching him all season and handles the ball well. And just so difficult to keep from getting to the rim. Now they're going to wave off the basket and call the blocking call on Whips, his second foul. But Smith awarded 2 free throws rather than the 3-point opportunity, converts on 1. Pirates have matched their largest lead at 13. drive, floater won't go. Rebound tap to Bellamy, Cigar leaking out with the dunk. 45-30, good recognition. Bellamy on the rebound. Head up and he finds Cigar, who had gotten behind that Vaquero defense, not getting back. And Cigar with the dunk, he has now 8. Wigington steps in front, which is nearly 3 steals a game. Comes up with the steal there. Pirates starting to create distance again. Bellamy to the basket. 47-30, Baron Bellamy. If memory serves, had a big performance in the first matchup between these two teams. A quiet effort tonight, just 4 points. But that drive made some noise. Pass down low. Layup up and good for James Reach. 7:32. Smith into the lane, lost the handle. Running the floor. Runner won't go for Barry. It's entirely too easy. Pirates catch a break that Barry misses the shot. Nonetheless, the Vaqueros keep it. 32. Quick pass. Gets away, Bellamy. Off to Cigar. Cigar lays it up and in. 49-32. Pirates able to get out on the break with numbers. Barry working on Smith, back outside, shot clock at 1. And Calhoun's, I should say Matthews' shot from the foul line. Cigar running the floor, layup up and good. 51-34. And the Pirates taking the ball right out of the basket and still able to run the floor. 1:42 remaining in the first half. Pirates on top on the BC Sports Network. First half for the Pirates, 82% from the floor. And now they have opened up a 17-point lead. Oda back on. For the Vaqueros, Thomas's 3 won't go. Smith has the rebound. Wigington into the front court for 3. It's good. Snooky Wigington on the pass from Smith. Pirate lead is 20. Barry with the layup. 54-36. Smith pushing the pace. Well, we have mused about the possible comparisons for the Pirates to Paul Westhead's Loyola Marymount teams back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I would say today, the comparison is now fully spot on, as the Pirates obviously see something because they are pushing the pace at every opportunity, including off of made baskets. Clearly, they feel like they can get out and run with this Vaquero team, and that the Vaqueros are not going to have much in the way of answers. And this first half would seem to bear that out, as the Pirates are 23 of 28 from the floor. Cigar on the drive, contact and a foul call. Gonna go on Thomas. Vaqueros in the penalty, so it'll be a couple of free throws coming for Cigar. Last time these two teams met, the Pirates saw all 5 starters in double figures in the 19-point win, and they're on their way here today. Cigar with 12, Wigington with 10, Smith with 9, Onigbogu with 9, and the 5th starter, Baron Bellamy, has 4. They're threatening to put just about everybody into double figures here in the first half. 55-36. About a 7-second difference shot clock and game clock. Matthews driving on Brown, layup, no good, but a foul call. That's a good job by Bryson Matthews. Gets Brown on his back, and Brown can have a hard time contesting that shot without committing a foul, and ultimately he does. Matthews free throw up and good. Matthews a 62% foul shooter. .37, 8 seconds, that's an eternity here for the Pirates in this first half. Wigington, 3 seconds, back outside. Wilson now just gonna have to force something up and doesn't get a shot off. That shot not gonna count, and maybe for the first time in the first half, the Pirates struggle at all to get a shot off against the Vaqueros. They'll take a 55-38 lead into the break. You're watching Ventura College basketball here on the VC Sports Network. Ventura College basketball is sponsored by Pegasus Transit. At Pegasus Transit, we believe in going the extra mile to exceed your expectations. Our tailored transport solutions are designed with your comfort and convenience in mind. With our extensive fleet of over 60 vehicles and top-notch professional drivers, we can take you anywhere. From airport transport to corporate shuttles, we ensure a seamless journey from start to finish. Trust Pegasus Transport for unmatched transportation experience. Also brought to you by A&A Concrete. When it comes to concrete, don't settle for cracks and callbacks. Go with the pros at A&A Concrete. We pour strength, precision, and reliability into every project, big or small. From driveways to foundations, we built our reputation on solid work and satisfied customers. Need it done right the first time? Call A&A Concrete, built to last. a quick look at the halftime stats, and one number going to jump out at you: the 82% field goal percentage for the Pirates in the first half, as they lead it by 17, committing just 4 turnovers, 15 assists. And you just wonder how much better you could do it on the offensive end than the Pirates have here in this first half. And it would be tempting to think, well, they're feasting on a team that's really struggling defensively. But this season, only one team has scored better than 90 points against the Vaqueros. It was the Pirates in their first matchup back on January 14th. The Pirates poised to do it again. But so far, this is the only team that's really given the Vaqueros any kind of trouble, it would seem, on the defensive end. But boy, oh boy, are they doing it so far, to the tune of 82%. Modest edge on the boards, 12-7, but not a lot of missed shots from either team as you look at the Vaqueros at 52% from the floor in the first half, but down 17. Step aside, come back, get you ready. We're just about to start the second half with the Pirates on top here on the VC Sports Network. Will have it. Start the second half. Cameron Cigar led the way for the Pirates in the first half with 13. 10 for Snooky Wigington to go along with 6 assists. 9 for Smith and Anigbogu. Jeremiah Wilson with a couple of threes off the bench. Finished with 6. Runner too strong from reach, but he gets his own rebound. Did not touch the rim, so they don't reset the shot clock, which is now down to 4. Thomas has to hoist from long range, and the rebound off to reach. So a third chance. Calhoun will fire around and out. The rebound off to Smith, so 3 looks, but nothing doing for the Vaqueros. Smith jets into the lane, hanging in the air, shot rejected. Big block from Calhoun, who gets up to deny Smith. Now gets the pass shot off the back iron, gets his own rebound. Calhoun fakes and lays it up and in. So second and third chances early for the Vaqueros, and they get the basket. Down 15. They were led by Jack Berry with 9 in the first half. Bellamy open for 3, in and out. Mentioned Bellamy's big performance in the first matchup between these two teams. Pass from Matthews, he's looking for a call, but not going to get it. This one out of bounds into the Pirates. 5 threes for Bellamy, a season high. En route to 19 points in the first matchup between these two teams. That was a good look, but wouldn't go. Well, now they're going to change the call. Matthews will bring it in. This was off the Pirates. First 5 minutes of the second half, often an opportunity. Critical point in the game. We'll see here. Can the Vaqueros make a run to get back into this one, or can the Pirates put one more run? The charging call on Matthews will give it back to Ventura. Can the Pirates perhaps put together one more spurt and pretty much salt this one away? If they can get this lead out over 20, to that mid-20 range, might be too much of an ask for the Vaqueros to get all the way back. But so far, the Pirates scoreless here in the second half, leading by 15. Wigington drives the lane, scoop up and good. Snooky Wigington with 12. Thomas picked up by Anigbogu in a switch. Instead, it's off to reach, looking for a cutter off of Calhoun. And Cigar had it momentarily. Ball on the baseline. Gonna give it back to Santa Barbara City. Bringing in baseline left, reach with the fadeaway. Karams off to Anigbogu. Smith into the lane, hard drive, forces one up, won't go, looking for a foul, didn't get it. Matthews to the basket. 57-42, the Pirates gonna take a timeout. 17-16 remaining in the first half, or I should say in the ballgame. Pirates on top. You're on the VC Sports Network. Something of a stagnant start here to the second half for the Pirates. After that explosion in the first half. 55, got just two. Anigbogu working down low and a foul before the shot. Had the mismatch with Matthews down low. Bryson Matthews giving away a foot. And that one commits the foul. Wigington for three, it's good. Snooky Wigington pushing the lead back out to 18. He's got 15 to lead all scorers. I'll tell you, he's got the quickness to go by you, but you just can't give him any room. Three-point percentage up over 40% for the season. Reach will answer back with a three. 60-45. Cigar looking for Anigbogu on the pick and roll, but good hands in the passing lanes. A steal for the Vaqueros. Matthews looking for reach, but Anigbogu getting back as the steal. Wigington quickly back the other way. Smith, a drive on Matthews. Outside, Wigington puts it on the floor. Open, Bellamy three. It's short, and the rebound to Thomas. Another good look in the half-court set. Baron Bellamy unable to knock it down. 15-point lead for the Pirates. Reaches three, Karams off the back iron. Cigar with a 3-on-3. Pulls up from 16, knocks it down. Cameron Cigar pushes the lead to 17. That was the lead at the half. Working against the pressure, Barry with the layup. 62-47. Anigbogu can't handle the pass from Wigington. Slow-moving 2-on-1, but Barry to the basket, lays it up and in. 62-49. Wigington will try to answer. Rimming no. Smith with the offensive rebound and the putback. Jeremiah Smith getting on the offensive glass. 64-49. Matthews with a long three, rattles home. Bryson Matthews now up to 9, and he can shoot it from out there at 31% on the season. Give him a little room, knocks it down. Smith for three, it's good. Jeremiah Smith. And after the Vaqueros got it once again down to 12, Pirates with another answer. This time a Smith 3. Berry will try for 3. Around and out. Smith. Outlet looking for Wigington. Was it off of Thomas? No, they're going to say. Wigington going to plead his case. And let's take a look real quick. We don't have the greatest angle on this one. I think we do. Boy, that was close. Give Mason Thomas some credit, understanding the situation. With a pull the hands back and get the ball back for the Vaqueros. Matthews looking for Berry, but Smith steps in front. Tong is on and lost the handle. This looks like it's going to go against Santa Barbara. So they're going to call it a jump ball. The possession arrow giving it to Ventura. Wigington. Quite have his feet underneath him. Tong tracks down the rebound. They don't reset the shot clock. Bellamy's fadeaway in and out, tipped up and in by Tong. Well, no, they're going to say it was Davi Princewell. Perhaps shielded out by Tong. But in among the trees, it was Princewell who tapped it up and in. 69-52. Coda looking for Berry, who had Wigington down low. The pass out of bounds, going to belong to Ventura. Into the lane, floater good. And this is going to go against Ventura. Yeah, it's going to be on Tong setting the screen up top. Matthews breaks the pressure into the lane, double pump, no, but a foul called. And Bryson Matthews will head to the line. Third foul on Tong. First free throw good for Matthews, who's now got 13 in the game. Tied with Berry for team high total. 69-54. Arrows can set up the full court pressure. Bellamy finds Wigington, 2-on-2. Wigington had that one knocked away off of Berry, it looked like. But nonetheless recovered by Santa Barbara. It was Bonafide back, and he took one right off the face. But still out there. Matthews driving on Tong to the fake outside reach. He'll put it on the floor. Bonafide in a crowd. Travel. Well, you got to sense the presence of the 7-footer Tong. 3-on-2 for the Pirates. Lob for Tong, missed it, but he's fouled. So that'll send Tong to the line. Missed on the first free throw. Tong played just a few minutes in the first matchup between the two teams, so it's definitely a new look for Santa Barbara City, seeing a lot more of the 7-footer who misses both free throws. Anaya back on, off to Coda. Coda working on Wigington. Leaner is up and good. Ramon Coda pulls Santa Barbara within 13. Wigington will stutter step on the drive, missed the shot. Tong gets the offensive rebound, lost it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Ventura. Wigington again getting into the lane, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. But he can get himself to the line. Look no further than Wednesday night, when he finished with 26 points, 10 of 12 at the line. So Snooki Wigington getting himself to the basket, but that time not rewarded with the free throws. The Pirates do keep it. Smith rises at the elbow, shot too strong, tries to keep it alive. Cigar has it. Cigar on the drive, great pass to Bellamy. What a dish from Cameron Cigar. And Bellamy, the recipient, lays it in. He's got 6. 71-56. Pirate lead is 15 midway through the second half. Berry on the drive, back to the right hand. Pretty finish from Jack Berry. 71-58, Berry's got 15. Cigar had a notion on the long 3. Finds Bellamy, splits the double team. Missed the scoop. Prince will on the offensive glass. And that one knocked free, and now Berry with the steal. Anaya angles into the lane, trying to thread it through. He was looking for Bonifetti. Quick pass down low, shot blocked by Wilson. But staying with it, Jack Reach. The second effort. Cigar into the lane, hangs, missed it. Chance for the Vaqueros to creep within single digits. They trailed by 17 at the break, but they have shored things up defensively in the second half and are starting to chip away at this deficit. Bonifetti now finishing with the left hand. And all of a sudden, if you're a Pirate fan, you start to feel a little nerves, maybe for the first time today. And the pass in between Wilson and Smith, out of bounds, back to Santa Barbara. No timeout yet from the Pirate bench, but will we see one perhaps if Santa Barbara comes down and scores here? Directing traffic, he's got Anigbogu in a switch. On the drive. Back outside, Smith gets a hand in. It's a 2-on-1. Smith behind the back to the basket. And he is hammered. He'll head to the line for a couple of free throws. Boy, he had Wilson. But Jeremiah Smith with a great effort to get himself to the basket. He'll settle for a couple of free throws. There's a no-doubter that that was going to be an easy finish for Wilson. Instead, Smith at the line, and he misses the first. Jeremiah Smith with 14 in the game. And missed them both. Coda. No, Bronze Bonafede. Shot clock at 9. Bonafede will try for 3, no good. Bellamy with the rebound. Wigington into the lane, a whistle before the shot. This is going to go on Anigbogu, setting the screen once again. First on Anigbogu. And the Pirates, which is 16 points here in the second half in 12 minutes. And they put 55 on the board in the first half. Berry on the clear out, working on Wilson. Double pump is good. Jack Berry pulls the Vaqueros within 7. Smith quickly back the other way, but Santa Barbara is back. Still no timeout. Wilson fouled by Coda. Well, you got Smith and Wigington both on the floor. Here comes Wilson. So where do you go? Gonna put it in Snooki's hands right here. Bellamy into the lane, on the drive, layup no good, foul call. Baron Bellamy heading to the line for a couple of free throws. There you see Bellamy. And the Pirates struggling from the line as a team so far today, as Bellamy does hit the first. They're now 6 of 14 as a team, but this is the guy that you want at the line if you're the Pirates. Bellamy, who shoots 84% on the season, and not even the announcer Jinx can do anything about that. He's got 8 as he hits both free throws, 73-64. Pirates amping up the pressure, but Berry able to keep it. Smith going to extend to three-quarter court. Still going after Berry, who picks it up. Berry in all kinds of trouble, and they get the turnover. Well, it's easy to get lost in the numbers of Jeremiah Smith, leading the conference in scoring, averaging nearly 10 rebounds a game. But I find myself talking about his defense as much as anything, week after week, in our coverage here on the BC Sports Network. And once again, Smith, tireless on the defensive end, good position down low, goes to the left hand. Jeremiah Smith pushes the lead back to double digits, 75-64. He's got 16. Well, let's see if that defensive effort ignites something for the Pirates. Timeout, Santa Barbara, 75-64. The Pirates with the lead here on the BC Sports Network. 4:47 remaining in the ball game. Vaqueros have been able to chip away, but ultimately haven't been able to pull themselves all the way back into this one. They've gotten it down to 9 here in the second half. Now it's 11. Down low, reach, working off the ball. Good play out of the timeout, 75-66. All 5 black jerseys are back. Great position for Anik Bogu. Has that shot blocked by Reach. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Pirates. Clean block from Reach, and that's significant. With the Vaqueros in penalty, so either way, the Pirates heading to the line on any foul. Dangerous pass, bringing it in. Ricochets off to Smith. Shot clock at 12. Wigington directs traffic. Now picked up by Bonifetti. Step back 3 for Snooki, too strong. Anik Bogu with the offensive rebound. Wilson open for 3 off the back iron. Reach clears the rebound. Pirates with a second chance, but can't convert. Just a modest edge on the boards for the Pirates here tonight. Santa Barbara has rebounded well enough to stay relatively close. Still down 9. Hand out to Smith. In the lane, hanging and scoring, Jeremiah Smith. 77-66. Back out to an 11-point lead. Looking for Bonifetti on the pick and roll. Matthews' pass is tipped out of play. Are they going to say there was a foul? Yeah, on Anik Bogu. Non-shooting foul, it's just the 4th team foul, and the 2nd on Anik Bogu. Santa Barbara comes back with Finn Whips. So Thomas whips. Barry. Reach. And Matt. Puts it on the floor. Barry in a crowd. Might have taken a finger to the eye. Loses the handle. Bellamy running the floor. The layup is good. Baron Bellamy pushes the lead back to 13. And yeah, Barry took a shot there up around the face and lost that ball. Pirates convert, going the other way. Back to 13. Reach driving on Wilson to the basket. Layup good. 79-68. Timeout on the floor. 4:32 remaining. The Ventura lead is 11. It's Ventura College basketball on the VCU Sports Network. Well, Santa Barbara down to just 1 timeout with 4:32 remaining, but Devin Egbertson obviously feeling as though he can't wait They are looking for one more run to get all the way back into this one. Pirates trying to hold them off, led by 17 at the half. Still enjoy the 11-point cushion, 4.5 remaining. Wigington on the drive, double pump is good. Snooki Wigington getting to the basket, 81-68. It's back out in front by 13, and certainly if you're Santa Barbara, can ill afford to trade baskets at this point. Thomas on the drive, shot rejected by Cigar. Wilson leaking out, running the floor, scoop is good. Jeremiah Wilson off the big block from Cameron Cigar. 83-68. And the Pirates now starting to close in on what would be their 14th consecutive win, looking to stay perfect in the Western State North. A whistle before the shot, non-shooting foul. We're down to 3:35 remaining, and a reminder, this is the first of two. Women's matchup coming up at the conclusion of this one. We'll step aside, rejoin you for the women's game. Matthews with the three. That's a lifeline for Santa Barbara. Within 12. But time starting to be a factor. Cigar on the clear out to the fadeaway, rimming good. Cameron Cigar gets the roll, 85-71. Reach, able to win that ball in a crowd. Back and down on Wilson, missed the shot point blank, but Wilson gonna pick up the foul. So James Reach at the line, first free throw, no good. Reach with 13 in the game. Coming off a big performance in the win against Oxnard. 14 points, but also 6 assists. And indeed, Reach second on the team in assists per game. So can score certainly, but also effective as a playmaker and facilitator for the offense. 85-72, Wigington on the drive. Ball knocked out of bounds, gonna stay with Ventura. Wigington with 17. To go along with 8 assists, looking for Smith on the lob. Layup good, working on Reach. 87-72. Down to 2:19 remaining. Jeremiah Smith leads all scorers with 20 to the floor. Had the steal, looking for Bellamy. But Calhoun gets it back, and he traveled. Did he travel? No, this is just gonna be a floor issue. Shot clock at 20. Matthews around a whip screen. Working on Anik Bogu. High off the glass, won't go. Rebound tipped outside to Anik Bogu, and a whistle before the Pirates can get out. to Santa Barbara. They're going to say Anik Bogu landed out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, 1:54 remaining. Pirates on top, 87-72. Santa Barbara out of timeouts. Reach on the inbound, gets the roll. Again, good play out of the timeout as Matthews will pressure Wigington. Wigington able to beat it into the front court. The lob for Anik Bogu, shot blocked. Rebound on the floor, they battle. Anik Bogu in a tie-up with Calhoun, and Calhoun ends up taking the worst of it from the ball. The jump ball, the possession arrow will give it to Santa Barbara. Now down to 94 seconds. Wigington, gonna say it's off of Snooky Wigington. Nearly had the turnover. Still bring the pressure now, they'll drop off. Matthews on the drive. Outside the three, around and out, tipped up and in. 87-76. So wind down to a minute to go. Matthews pokes it free. Wigington on the drive, lobbing, looking for Smith, who comes down with it and lays it up and in. Jeremiah Smith. Pretty finish, 89-76. But the athleticism come down with the pass. Good pass to Berry. Under minutes go, reach with the steal to the left hand, gets the roll. 9-point game, but Santa Barbara just gonna run out of time. Pirates doing enough to hold them off after an astounding first half performance in which they shot over 80% from the floor. Slowed down considerably in the second half, but Santa Barbara never closer than 9. So they chipped away, but ultimately never really threatened. Cigar for a 1-and-1 and missed it. Anik Bogu will clean it up. So Kevin Anik Bogu into double figures now with 11. To go along with 6 rebounds. 91-80. They're going to get Wigington. He's been battling Bryson Matthews throughout this second half. And Wigington looking for the offensive foul. Certainly there was contact. Matthews might have, perhaps, with the off arm. Missed the free throw, but they get it back. Thomas for three, it's good. That'll tighten it up on the scoreboard, down to 12 seconds. Bellamy's still looking fine. Cigar into the front court. Anik Bogu will throw it down. 93-83. Matthews three, too strong. And the Pirates will emerge. 14th straight win, moving to 22-3, and undoubtedly staying in the top 5 in the South as they continue to get it done, moving their record to 22-3 on the season. Still perfect in the Western State North, now 9-0. Santa Barbara dropping to 13-12 on the season, 3-6 in the Western State North. We'll step aside, come back, get you ready for the women's matchup coming up. Ventura, Santa Barbara, here on the VC Sports Network.